Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Teacher Max. This is your Pinoy Sensei. And finally, nagbabalik si Teacher Max for another Tonight with Teacher Max. Isang masayang kwentuhan na naman ang aking hatid para sa inyong lahat. Actually, last December, I was invited by my former school to be one of their guest speakers at their monthly faculty development sessions. And I was asked to talk about my experience here in Japan as an ALT, as an English teacher. So I talked about the culture shocks that I experienced sa Japanese schools. And then later on, I realized that it would be a very good content, no, for the blog. So that's why I decided to have it as part of Tonight with Teacher Max. And to make it more exciting, I invited three of my fellow Filipino Jets, diba, from batch 2022 to share with us if they have already seen, if they have already observed, or they already have a personal experience, no, with the culture shocks that we will be sharing today. Okay? So, without further ado, let's meet our special guest for today na talaga na ba makikipag-chikahan sa atin, no? Sa mga shocking, no, na revelations, no, parang pang showbiz. So, sa mga shocking experiences na maaari ninyong uh, maranasan once you become an ALT here in Japan. So let's start first sa nagbabalik, no, sa second timer natin dito sa Tonight with Teacher Max. Okay, he was our guest when we talked about the topic how to become a successful ALT. So let's all welcome Mr. Jason Sabala. Hi, Sir Jason.
Hello po, magandang araw po sa kanilang lahat. Good afternoon everyone. I'm Jason and I'm back. So I'm from Takikawa, Hokkaido Prefecture. So yeah, welcome to Teacher Max channel.
Ayan. Sir Jason, when did you arrive ulit dito sa Japan?
I arrived August 2022. So
So
it's
you've
like
been here around how many months now?
6 months, I
Six
guess.
months, ayan. So, marami-rami ng experience. At actually, si Sir Jason ay naging part din ng MEX, if I remember it correctly. No? So, marami siyang mga experiences na mai-share sa atin today. Ayan. Sir Jason, last question. Ilang degrees dyan ngayon sa Hokkaido?
Well, earlier this morning it was -10-ish. So right now it's
Mhm.
-7.
Okay, so sana ay ikaw ay warm dyan, di ba? Ayan. At siguro magiging warm ang iyong hapon dahil sa ating kwentuhan today. Ayan. Thank you, Sir Jason. And next is a first-timer sa ating Tonight with Teacher Max. And earlier I was speaking to him and I learned that he's from Bacolod or Negros area, sa Visayas area. He will confirm, okay, when he introduces himself. So let's welcome also from batch 2022, Mr. Pio Lamo. Hi,
Hello.
Pio.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Yes, I'm Pio and batch 2022 also with Sir Jason. We arrived at the same time. So yeah, mga 6 months pa lang ako dito. Well, 5 months actually.
Mm.
Over 5 months. And I'm here in Shizuoka. I teach here. That's where Mount Fuji is. And yeah,
Wow.
I'm from Negros Occidental. So senior high
Ayan.
school yung tinuturuan ko dito.
Senior high school. Ayan. Sir Pio, ang question ko is, so since you are in Shizuoka, ano ba yan? Paglabas mo ng pinto mo, nakikita mo na ang Mount Fuji?
Unfortunately, hindi. Sana
Hindi.
gusto ko na ganun. Pero
Oo.
hindi. I have to bike mga 5 to 10 minutes pa para makita ko si
Mm.
Mount Fuji. And pag cloudy talaga, hindi mo siya makikita. So it's a treat to see him. But really,
Mm.
he is gorgeous. Yun lang masasabi ko. You should come and visit because the pictures don't do him justice.
Yeah, okay, definitely soon. At para siyang si Mount Mayon natin sa Pilipinas, no?
Mhm.
Na very shy, no? Hindi rin siya basta-basta nagpapakita, no? Okay, thank you very much, Sir Pio. Okay, and of course, the last but not the least, ito siya rin yung pinakabagong dating sa kanilang tatlo na ating guest today. And if you have seen my post sa aking Instagram and YouTube community, I met him, I think, during his first month or first 2 weeks, no? And salamat naman at nakamit natin siya at malapit-lapit siya sa atin kasi isa siya sa mga active nating mga applicants noon na nagme-message sa akin. So, but finally, nandito na rin siya sa Japan bilang isang ALT. Let's welcome Mr. Mick Concepcion or Teacher Kim Poy.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon po, Teacher Max, Sir Pio, and Sir Jason. Hello subscribers of Teacher Max and all the viewers. I'm Mick Concepcion. From Manila po ako, San Juan City, Metro Manila. Tapos nagdating po ako rito sa Japan November 28. So wala pa akong 2 months. So 1 week na lang, 2 months na po ako. Congratulations to me.
Congratulations. Malapit ka na palang batiin
And,
namin ng happy monthsary.
yes po, yes po. And sa ano po ako, sa upper secondary po ako naka-assign dito sa Nishinomiya City.
Nishinomiya City, ayan.
Yes
Okay.
po, malapit po ako sa inyo, Teacher Max.
Yes, malapit-lapit at pwedeng bistahin anytime. Okay, so
Yeah,
thank you very
yeah.
much, Teacher Kimpoy. So everyone, so sila ang ating guests for today. So of course, Sir Jason is teaching elementary. Am I right? It's Sir Jason?
Elementary and junior high school.
Yan, ayan. So ang ganda ng ano natin, ng division natin kasi pareho kami ni Sir Jason, no? We teach elementary and junior high school. Then we have Pio and Teacher Kimpoy teaching senior high school. So makikita natin later on yung mga differences, no? Pagdating sa mga culture shocks. So, this is how we will do it, everyone. So just like what I told you, I was a guest speaker last December sa aking former school, Apex Schools. If I can, I would like to mention the school, one of the schools that I've taught when I was in the Philippines. So meron na akong a presentation, no? And then I will share that presentation, and our guests will share their experiences. No, they'll give feedback or comment about that specific culture shock, and then we'll find out if they have already experienced them. Okay, so very exciting. Let's see. And by the way, this culture shocks focus sa Japanese schools. So this is not about life in Japan, but generally this is life as a teacher, okay, in Japan. Okay, so ito na, mag-share screen muna si Teacher Max. Okay, guys, I think every one of you can see the screen already. And the title of the presentation is Sugoi Gakko Arigato. Ayan. And this is a talk about culture shocks in Japanese schools. Okay? Siguro si Sir Jason, dahil naging part na siya ng MEX, pwede niyang i-share sa atin muna. Sir Jason, at sa ating mga sa ating mga viewers, what does Sugoi Gakko mean? Or just per word lang muna. So what does Sugoi mean and what does Gakko mean?
Sugoi is amazing, wonderful, great, something like that. And then
Yes.
Gakko is a school. Gakko is their term for the school.
Yan. So
Arigato.
actually, guys, the reason why I entitled the talk that I had with APEC, Sugoi Gakko, kasi talagang parang amazing yung experiences natin, no, sa mga schools dito. And arigato, as we all know, means thank you, because we thank, di ba, the opportunity. We are thankful for the opportunity given to us to experience all of these things. Okay, so let's start. Okay, the first culture shock. Okay, ito pala, guys. Okay, ayan, I have to click. Okay, next. Okay, so today we'll be discussing 5 culture shocks. No, we divided it into 5 categories. So we have the physical environment, we have school routines, school uniform, teaching practice, and notable tradition. Okay, so we'll talk about each category, and in each category, meron tayong mga specific culture shocks, no? So let's continue. So let's go with the physical environment. Okay, before that, Gomen aside, sorry. So let's talk about the education system first here in Japan. So as you can see, we have preschool, then 6 years of elementary school. The difference sa Philippines, we have 3 years lower secondary or junior high school and 3 years upper secondary or senior high school. So 3-3 siya compared sa Philippines na 4-2. And then higher education, we have 4 to 6 years. Ayan. Or 6 years, di ba? So yan ang school education system dito sa Japan. Okay. So let's go now with number 1. School buildings. Okay. Physical environment tayo, guys. School buildings. Bakit naging culture shock ang school buildings? Because I noticed the first time I came here, all school buildings look the same. Okay, so let's ask our guest Have you noticed, napansin niyo ba when you came here in Japan, sa pag-iikot-ikot ninyo sa neighborhoods, community, have you noticed that the schools look the same, the school buildings look the same? Siguro let's ask Sir Pio.
Yes, sir. Teacher Max. Yeah. The same, my school looks exactly like that then. May minor lang na mga pagkakaiba. But yes, they all look the same. And yeah, yung structure nila, you can tell right away that it's a school. One of my JTEs, they are retiring age na. And they said that, you know what, Pio, I've been looking at these school buildings for all of my life for I guess 40 years or more, and I'm so sick and tired of it now. So I really want, when I retire, I will not go to a school building anymore. So yeah, they look the same.
Mm. Is there any specific feature ng mga school buildings na napansin mo?
Well, right now napapansin ko yung net. Usong-uso yung may mga tall nets sa mga grounds.
Totoo yan.
And the tree, they have a tree. Basically, may area na may kahoy.
Totoo, no? Siguro it's part of aesthetics na rin, pero at the same time, no, talagang, how do you say it? It shows us that nature, no, plays an important role, di ba, sa ating school life dito sa Japan. How about you, Mick? Since ikaw ay mag-1 month ka pa lang, sa kakaikot mo sa iyong neighborhood, have you, how many schools have you seen? And do they also look the same?
Well, our school looks similar, Sensei. It looks similar dito sa nakikita kong picture ng school ninyo. And sa mga nadadaanan ko po, like yung elementary school na nasa tapat ng school namin, actually nalito po ako sa kanilang dalawa. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako pupunta. Kasi magkaparehas po sila na itsura. Parehas silang may net. May mga nets din po, tall nets. Tapos meron silang malawak na parang patio. And then may napakamaraming puno po. So yun yung nakita ko po sa school buildings. And marami pong antena sa taas. Kasi sa school po namin sa Pilipinas, wala naman po ako nakikitang maraming antena sa taas. Hindi ko alam kung anong meron. Yun po yung
anong
nakita.
purpose nila? Yeah.
Yes, and masyado pong malas yung space ng school. Hindi po masisiksik yung mga tao. Hindi magsisiksikan po. No.
That's right.
Yun po yung nakita ko.
Ayan, thank you. How about you, Sir Jason? What was your first impression when you saw these school buildings?
Well, talaga nga namang halos they conform to a standard design. Talagang regulation yan kasi merong mga specific na things na kailangan nandun sa school and all of that. So, siguro part na rin ng culture, part na rin ng culture ng Japan yung about uniformity and unity. yung oneness nila. I mean,
totoo yan.
Yeah, kahit mapaluma man yung school building o mapabago man yung school building, it still looks the same. So hindi ka maliligaw. In a community, pag nakita mo yun, ay school yun. Hindi ka maliligaw.
True. And actually, the first time I came in Japan, when I saw these school buildings, talagang nasabi ko na talagang they really look like the ones that we see sa mga anime.
Yes.
No, talagang yun talaga yung school. And I have to agree with Sir Jason para din kay Mick at saka kay Pio and sa ating mga viewers. What Sir Jason said is true, that the government develop a standardized design. And if you notice sa mga school buildings natin, merong mga upturned roofs kasi talagang it's used to deflect rain and snow. Kasi talagang important yan sa isang country na katulad ng Japan na nakaka-experience ng 4 seasons, no. And at the same time, talaga yung design ng ating mga schools is it was designed in a way to ensure parang they're safe from fires and earthquakes, no. So talagang merong reason, merong dahilan kung bakit pare-pareho sila ng itsura, no. And at the same time, sabi nga ni Sir Jason, talagang sa Japan, no, merong sense of uniformity, no, conformity sa mga bagay-bagay. So sa Pilipinas ba sa Sir Pio, sa Negros, tama ba Negros, no, sa Negros Occidental, ang mga schools ba sa inyo ay pare-pareho din ang itsura ng building?
May mga similarities. Of course, pag nasa masyadong probinsya na, yun na, medyo nagkakaiba na. Pero yeah, may mga similarities din I think yung mga school sa Pinas. I'd like also to mention na I've taught in Vietnam before and
Yes,
Cambodia
yes,
and
yes.
also West Africa. And in Vietnam, I think medyo mas similar sa schools natin. Pero medyo uniform din. Yeah, but
Ayan.
Japan, talagang it's distinct na Japanese school yung look.
Totoo,
say.
no? Talagang hindi ka magkakamali eh, no? Na once you see this building, you know it's a school, you know it's an hospital siya, you know na bank siya, no? So very distinct, no? So yan guys, that's our first culture shock, no? So once you decide to come here in Japan, you'll be surprised to see that all school buildings look the same. Ayan, thank you guys for all your inputs, ah. Okay, let's proceed to our second physical environment culture shock. Okay, ito na siya. All schools, okay, this time we will find out kung totoo kasi pareho kaya sa elementary, junior high school, and sa senior high, no? Kasi for example, I would assume Sir Jason and I, meron kaming itong tatlo, no? But let's try to find out with Pio and Mick if they also have this sa senior high school, no? But sobrang surprising and I was shocked. Kasi syempre sa Pilipinas, hindi ganito talaga. But dito sa Japan, no, especially sa mga public schools, merong gym, merong ground, and merong pool. Ayan. Siguro, syempre, Sir Jason, mauna ka na. Sa school mo ba, meron itong tatlo na to?
I haven't seen the pool, but I think the pool would present a problem in a place like Hokkaido.
Totoo.
Baka yung pool maging skating rink yan. So, pero meron kaming gym and grounds yan, that's for sure. Kasi outdoor activities are highly encouraged for the kids. The kids join clubs, sports clubs, baseball, basketball, volleyball, badminton, everything, every sport. And they also, multi-purpose yung kanilang gyms. Their gyms serve as sports venues as well as social gathering venues and all of that. So you would see that these buildings are designed with a great purpose in mind. Not just one event, but a lot of events actually.
Totoo yan, no? And actually dito sa area ko, I noticed most of the swimming pools are present sa elementary schools, no? But then I learned from other prefectures, from other ALTs that in their areas, nasa junior high school naman ang kanilang swimming pool. Now, let's try to find out, meron nga bang swimming pool, no, sa senior high school? Let's ask Mick first. Mick, dyan sa Nishinomiya, have you explored your school? Present ba ang ground, ang gym at pool sa iyong school?
Yes po, Teacher Max, we actually have a lot more kasi may ano pa kami bukod sa gym, sa ground and sa pool, meron din po kaming auditorium. Meron po kaming 2 tennis courts. Meron pong handball court. May baseball court. Ayun, marami po eh. Masyado pong malawak yung school namin. Ang hirap libutin sa isang araw.
Yayamanin ang school ni Nick.
Yes po. Yayamanin po yun.
Yan, no? Pero meron
maganda po siya, maganda.
Have you noticed kung meron din kayong swimming pool?
Meron po, may swimming pool po kami. Pero ngayon po kasi winter po. So sabi ko parang medyo napabayaan yung pool. Ganun daw po talaga. Kasi wala naman po talaga kagamit. Baka manigas yung gagamit.
Ayan. How about Tio? Sa Shizuoka, anong mga meron sa school mo?
Yes, meron din. All 3 meron yan. And yeah, we also have like the handball court or, well, not a handball, a tennis court, I think, meron din. But yeah, they look exactly like that also. Especially yung pool. Because I do swim, happy kong mag-swimming, and I have used the school pool sa amin. So it looks like that also. Yeah. And I guess one of the culture shocks sa pool para sa akin is that hindi ganon kalinis yung pool namin. Sorry. So it's not just because winter. It's there are even the students are complaining that's like the pool could be cleaner. So, not
Mm.
everything is that clean in Japan, apparently. Sometimes
Mm.
the pool can use some cleaning too. But yeah, it was clean enough for swimming, of course. I was
Mm.
swimming with the students, with the swimming club. And yeah, ang ganda ng pool, ang ganda ng, they're very usable. They might not be like the cleanest sometimes.
Mm.
We also have a very old building actually. Like 70-year-old building na kami. But it's still very usable. Tsaka ang ano pa rin, ang tatag. It's
Mm.
a very sturdy building.
Pero ayun na nga, no, ang galing naman, ang ganda ng experience mo. Pero siguro look forward to the experience of cleaning the pool. Kasi I have seen other ALPs no, post on Instagram that they were part of cleaning the swimming pool. So siguro
I would
soon may
be
experience mo yan.
I would be excited to do that kasi gagamit din
Oo.
naman ako ng pool eh.
Oo. Ayan, pero as you can see, no, talagang extracurricular activities no, play an important role sa student life ng mga Japanese students. No? Kaya naman, very blessed sila to have all of these facilities, features no, ng ating mga schools dito sa Japan. Na hopefully, no, in the future, sana kung pwede rin sa Pilipinas. No? Kasi parang definitely yung swimming pool, usually mga universities lang naman sa Pinas ang meron or mga private schools, ilang private schools, di ba? So not everyone get to enjoy or experience swimming, no? And actually, I learned also na talagang naging required yung swimming classes dito sa Japan kasi nga 'di ba merong mga incidences ng mga tsunami na talaga para prepared din yung mga bata no kapag na-experience nila yung mga ganitong occurrences no. So this is another culture shock no for all of us teachers no na talagang wow, parang ang galing, ang daming facilities na talagang very beneficial no para sa mga students pati na rin sa mga teachers. Ayan. So guys, pag napunta kayo dito sa Japan no, expect that you could use the gym for sports, the ground for like festivals, and of course the pool no, just like Pio with the swimming club. Ang social, nainggit ako doon, Pio. Okay, now let's go to the third one. Okay, ito. I think this is something na na-culture shock ako kasi walang-wala nito sa Pilipinas, especially yung una, which is the Genkan or the entrance. Kasi talagang dito nga sa Japan, if some of you have known or seen rather in some of the vlogs about Japan, talagang we definitely use indoor and outdoor shoes. No? Meron naman tayong culture ng tsinelas no, sa Pilipinas, sa bahay, pero hindi talaga sa mga buildings, sa mga offices. No? And at the same time, bike parking. I don't know guys, later please tell me, na-surprise ba kayo na merong bike parking? Kasi iba yung culture ng biking dito sa Japan, no? Na sana kung pwede rin ay present sana sa Pilipinas. No? Kasi bihira tayo makakita na nagbabike na estudyante sa Pilipinas noon. Pero siguro ngayon meron na. No? Because nung pandemic, nagsimula yung biking culture. Eh. Pero dito sa Japan talaga, it's very present. Siguro let's start with Pio naman again. This time, Pio, were you surprised? What was your impression no, when you saw the Genkan? Aware ka na ba sa Genkan culture and sa bike parking?
Yeah, sa Genkan culture, I was aware because I saw it in animes and all of that. And in Vietnam, they also don't use shoes indoors. So they don't have a Genkan though. Parang shoe rack lang. Parang shoe shop or something. Not as intricate as the ones that we have here in the school na ganun talaga malalaki and everything. So yeah, malaki talaga yung dito. It's a specific area talaga dito sa Japan. Unlike sa Vietnam na parang ano lang, dyan lang sa gilid. Lagay mo lang dun yung shoes mo. And sa bike parking, yeah, I was surprised at how big our parking lot is. Sa picture mo dito, Teacher Max, ang neat and tidy, ang cute. Sa amin ang laki. It's like a gym's worth of parking na bike lang lahat. E minsan pag nagangangin pa, syempre yung mga bikes di ba? They're on their sides na and on the ground. It's super messy kasi ang daming bikes. Like 200 or more, 300 bikes siguro in the parking lot. So yeah, ang daming bikes talaga. Most of our students, I would say like 70% or up, are using bikes to travel to school.
And actually, that's one reason why most Japanese are fit, no? It's either they bike or walk to school, di ba? So talagang nakakatuwa, no? How about you, Mick? Have you noticed, were you surprised about the Genkan culture? Or familiar ka rin because of anime or saan mo siya nalaman?
Actually, Teacher Max, hindi na po ako na-surprise sa Genkan eh. Kasi, yun sa anime nga po, nakikita ko na merong Genkan. And bago po ako dumating dito or nung application period pa lang po namin, talagang todo ano na ako, nabaliw po ako sa Japan talaga. So, todo research ako, todo ganito. And then nanood ako ng mga iba't ibang mga vlogs. And then nakita ko, oh, Genkan. This is a very common sight sa Japanese schools. So sabi ko, ito yung isa sa mga i-expect ko. So pagdating ko po sa school namin nung 28th ng November, kasi doon po ako doon, 29th, kasi from Tokyo papunta dyan sa Kenritsu. Nakita ko po agad yung Genkan and para po ako na yung na starstruck. Kasi finally, eto na, nakikita ko na siya. So Japan na nga talaga ito. And first, wala po akong dalang sariling pampalit na shoes. So ang binigay po sa akin ng aking JTEI, yung kulay green. Hindi ko po alam kung pare-parehas po tayo ng slippers na ginagamit. Yung green po na slippers na binigay nila sa akin. And sabi nila, kailangan ko mag-change. Yun. Bike parking, meron din po. Pero karamihan po ng mga students namin hindi po gaano nagbabike, naglalakad po sila.
Totoo yan. Actually, before we go to
I agree.
Sir Jason, I learned na hindi naman lahat talaga ay qualified no magbike. So parang kailangan there's a specific distance ng bahay mo para mag-qualify ka na magbike. Kasi kung yung bahay mo talagang malapit naman sa school, you would be required to walk. Pero kapag medyo malayo-layo, then that's the time that you'll be allowed to bike. And then pag malayo talaga, pwede ng school bus. No? Kasi meron din naman mga ilang school bus. No? Or in some cases na nga, hinahatid.
And I agree, Teacher Max.
Yes, go ahead, Mick.
I agree po na isa po ito sa mga factors kung bakit Japanese people are fit and healthy. Kasi po, kung hindi sila nagbabike to school or sa kanilang work, they walk. Hindi po katulad natin, konting distance lang po sa tricycle. Jeep tayo. Dito po talaga no choice ka.
Totoo yan. Ayan. Sir Jason, dyan sa Hokkaido dahil malamig, no? Nagbabike ba sila? Naglalakad lang ba sila? And how's the Genkan experience?
Tough times make tough people. Yun lang masasabi ko. Talaga mga estudyante namin dito matitibay. Promise. Umulan, bumagyo, may snow, papasok. So, kung pag wala pang snow, like before the middle of November, pwede mag-bike yung mga bata. Pero naglalabas yung school ng notice na at a certain date, stop na yung pagbabike. Kasi mag-snow na nga and all of that. So, malaki din yung parking namin. I mean, we have around 400 students in the school. Doon sa junior high, at least. So, they are biking to school every day. Makikita mo yun, ang daming bike. Tapos naka-arrange siya per section. So, hindi mawawala yung bike mo kasi meron kang specific parking area. Kung halimbawa ikaw ay first grade or first year junior high school, doon ka sa area na yon. Or meron pa depending on your section. Tapos when it starts snowing, syempre pinagbabawalan na magbike. So the kids are asked to take the school bus or ihahatid ng parents nila or walk. Kasi dito naman sa Hokkaido, marami din namang tao yung may mga kotse kasi yun nga, some distances really far. And sa Genkan, you also see their sense of organization. Kasi kahit sa Genkan, naka-organize din siya by section. So, yung halimbawa, yung isang hilera na ganyan, puro mga first grade lang yan. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Or tapos sa susunod, naman, second year or ano. So, makikita mo talaga, pagpasok pa lang nila, the kids would take off their shoes and then change into their indoor shoes. Sa school namin, sa junior high school namin, everyone has the same brand of indoor shoes.
Yes.
Again, conformity and unity. And tapos, sa elementary, hindi naman pero at least they have, all the kids have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes. Sa elementary, they really walk. Bihira yung batang halos wala nga batang nagbabike na elementary. Pero yeah, kasi kung tutuusin, mas maraming elementary schools.
Totoo
Like,
yan.
the elementary schools are placed at least within a 1 kilometer, kumbaga, if you're within 1 to 2 kilometer, 1 kilometer radius nung area, nandun yung elementary school mo, automatic doon ka. And like the kumbaga lumiliit yung number ng schools as you go up. So mas konti yung junior high school kumpara sa elementary, and then mas konti yung senior high school kumpara doon sa dalawa. So
Totoo.
some of the students really walk, lalo na ngayong kasagsagan pa ng snow. Actually, it's snowing outside. Ng snow, makikita mo yan on weekdays. Kahit malakas ang snow o ano, papasok yung mga bata because they are really trained for that. So
Yeah.
the tough weather, tough times really make tough people.
Yeah. So actually kasi no, dito rin sa Japan, unlike in the Philippines, you have to if you belong to this one community, you have to go to that specific school within your community, no. So hindi ka you're not allowed to go to another school. Parang the only time, so for elementary and junior high school, the only time you can choose a school is pagdating sa senior high school, no, if I'm not mistaken. Kasi unlike sa atin sa Pilipinas, no, kahit saan mo gusto mag-aral ng elementary, pipili ka pa kung private or public. And then kung gusto mo sa ang area pa, no, you can choose na. But unlike here, you cannot. And then if I may just go back to the Genkan, no, parang it also shows us, no, the sense of cleanliness talaga ng mga Japanese people, no. It's a way for them talaga to yung sense nila of separating inside from the outside, di ba? Kasi talagang itong Genkan, no, is a way for them to parang whatever you bring with you from the outside, no, stays at the Genkan and you don't bring it inside, no. So talagang very
And Teacher Max,
yes, go ahead, Nick.
meron po silang nakaalat na Genkan for visitors and sleepers din po for visitors. So in case may mga visitors po na wala silang dalang extra shoes or slippers, makakapagpalit po sila. So ganun po sila ka.
At I'm sure madami kasi I've experienced during graduation ceremony. Syempre nandiyan ang mga parents, di ba? Madaming sleepers na naka-ready for all the parents na hindi makakapagdala ng kanilang outdoor shoes. So ayan, ito ang ating third culture shock pagdating sa physical environment, no? Merong Genkan at bike parking. Sana talaga ay mabuo din ng culture na to sa Pilipinas. Pero sa mga bahay-bahay naman natin, meron tayong chinelas culture. Ayan. Okay, next. Let's go to the fourth one. Ito na mismo yung classroom. So I was definitely, I've seen also sa mga anime, sa mga Japanese dramas, yung itsura ng classroom. Pero I experienced some culture shock as well kasi talagang I was surprised na yung itsura ng classrooms ay pare-pareho din. And then I was surprised na somehow kasi sa Pilipinas marami ng schools ang nag-shift to whiteboard, no? Pero sa elementary and junior high school, karamihan ay blackboard pa din. Later on, let's find out kay Nick and Pio sa senior high school kung whiteboard na lang din ba sila. And at the same time, merong mga smart TVs or how do you say it? Overhead projectors, no? LCD projectors pala, no? And then, let's ask ano yung mga iba pang features ng mga classrooms ninyo na parang somehow na-surprise kayo. Okay. This time, let's start with Sir Jason. Balik tayo agad sa'yo.
Well, same layout. Ganyan talaga. Like everyone has their own, kumbaga, individual desks and all of that. And the students are taught accountability and responsibility because that chair, that desk will be labeled as yours for the entire year. So if anything happens to that chair, it's your responsibility. Right? So the students learn how to take care of their stuff. And the classroom is a collective responsibility. So much like in the Philippines, we have our groups or teams that are assigned the cleaners and all of that. They have their roles also. So the homeroom teacher decides the schedule of the groups, who cleans, who gets to serve lunch, who gets to help out in stuff and all of that. And all of this are conveniently posted as you enter the classroom.
Totoo
So,
yan, totoo yan. And we'll talk about it later pa, no, Sir Jason, kasi meron tayong specific entries, no, for the cleaning and the school
yes,
lunch.
yes.
Mm.
So the
Pero
class,
meron bang specific item inside the classroom na parang, first time ko to nakita, or parang, ay, wala to sa Pilipinas, pero we have it here, na parang, sana
well,
meron din pala kami noon.
yeah, I hopefully well, from the school I came from, which was a science high school, it was easier to acquire technology for the classrooms because the parents are supportive. But I hope that also the public schools in the Philippines would adopt the same, like have at least an LCD TV for every classroom, or a projector if ever, right? So the teachers can prepare digital presentations and just project them and project them very easily. Also, students have their own Chromebooks, sometimes iPads sa ibang prefecture nga. And
Totoo.
yeah, I mean, because of the pandemic, many local governments have worked so that every student has a tablet, which is actually a good move in the
Totoo
in the
yan, no?
Philippine setting.
Yeah, that's the dream, di ba? Ayan. Thank you, Sir Jason. How about you, Mick? Ano ang setup ng classroom niyo sa senior high? Is it somehow similar sa picture na nakikita natin ngayon sa stream? And then after
Yeah.
you describe your classroom, may specific items ba inside the classroom na talagang parang, oh, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. Well, actually, Teacher Max, this is quite similar sa meron kami. The only difference na nakita ko at first glance was yung stage. May stage kami in front dun sa mismong tapat ng blackboard.
Yeah,
So may stage na
platform.
mahaba para dun mag-stand yung teacher or yung presenter. And napansin ko, Teacher Max, blackboard pa rin talaga kami. Bihira yung may whiteboard. So, na-amaze lang ako sa chalk. Hindi ko alam kung meron tayo sa Pilipinas. Kasi yung chalk wala, dustless talaga siya, as in dustless. Merong dustless sa Pinas, pero may dust pa rin eh. Pero dito, amazing talaga. And
sorry, let me cut you for a while, Mick. Nabanggit mo kasi ang chalk. Actually, merong mga teachers dito, I don't know if you noticed, meron silang parang chalk holder talaga.
Yes po.
So, para hindi talaga malalagyan ng dust yung mga kamay nila. I was also surprised when I saw that. Parang, ay, ang cool naman, may chalk holder talaga. So, talagang hindi malalagyan ng chalk dust yung kamay mo. Go ahead, Mick.
Ako, I was actually ignorant that time na I even asked my JTE, what's this? Sabi niya, chalk. Sabi ko, chalk? Tapos nasa chalk holder ko. Siguro natawa siya, bakit parang napaka-ignorante mo itong taong to. Tapos sa classroom po, Teacher Max, walang vandalism. Wala kang makikitang sirang outlet ng kuryente. Walang basag na salamin. Lahat po maayos. Lahat po malinis. Lahat po are well taken care of. Kumbaga, sabi nga po ni Sir Jason, it's a shared or collective responsibility. Kaya talagang inaalagaan po nila lahat ng facilities na meron sila.
Totoo, no? Kasi from at an early age talaga yung sense of discipline, no? And taking your role and responsibility seriously in school. At school talaga, talagang na-instill no, sa mga bata. Nakakatuwa talaga siya, no?
May one
let's
thing
ask
Teacher
go ahead.
Yung pinaka na-amaze po ako na meron po sila rito, yung magnetic na sheet or magnetic whiteboard. Kasi magnetic po yung blackboard nila. So ididikit lang puro yung widescreen na kulay puti. Magnetic po siya. Na sana meron din po tayo sa Pilipinas para hindi dikit ng tawag dito ng
Scotch tape.
Cartolina, ng nila paper si teacher. Magnetic po kasi siya.
Totoo yan. So actually, feeling ko naman yung mga boards natin sa Pilipinas can pwede natin gamitan ng magnet, no? Pero naging ano tayo sa practice ng using of scotch tape and masking tape, no?
Yes.
Pero later on, sabi ko nga during the talk that I had na parang magnets might be more expensive than scotch tape or masking tape, pero at the end of the day, it becomes more long-term. It has a long-term use,
yes,
no, compared to scotch tape and
yes,
masking tape. Ayan. How about you, Pio, sa iyong classroom?
Yes.
Ano yung mga features sa classroom mo na parang, uy, sa Vietnam wala nito or sa South Africa wala nito, pati sa Pinas.
Yeah. Yung layout ng room na yan is still very similar, and I agree with Sir Mick then. They do make use of magnets. So yeah, metal yung board, or at least has a metal back na pwede mong paglagyan ng mga magnet. And then daming ibang klase ng magnets na pwede mong ilagay sa board. So like if you have like a long sheet ng parang cartolina, there is a specific magnet that you can use para i-attach niya para straight siya, mga ganon, di ba? A bit of we also have the stage na mahaba. So basically the whole front of the board mahaba yan. Chalkboard din kami, but at both sides ay whiteboards na. So unlike the picture na yan, na green yung sa kabila, tapos may shelf sa kabila, whiteboard yan sa amin. So I can also use the whiteboard if I want to, but it's a lot further than where you're usually standing. So mostly chalk pa rin. The desk is higher for the teachers compared to that. So medyo mataas because may stage, and then of course we have our desk also na medyo mataas. The desks of the students and the chairs very similar. I think standard yan siguro sa lahat ng school sa Japan, no? And I really love them because they're so easy to move. Yung mga estudyante, ang bilis-bilis mag-groups and everything. Unlike sa mga armchairs natin dun sa Pinas, di ba, na ang hirap-hirap. Yan, ang dali talaga. Ang dali sa mga students. So yeah, the magnets I really appreciate. Also, one thing na na-amaze ako is yung nagsasak ng chalk sa eraser. Diba?
Yung electronic
yung
eraser,
cleaner.
cleaner.
So basically, andun sa video mo later, they'll see that. But basically, you run the eraser through it and it will clean the chalk of the eraser. So, ang galing, ang saya gamitin nun. So yeah, one more thing, may projectors in every sa homeroom na classrooms, may mga projector in every room. And usually parang naka-attach malapit sa board. So yun yung sa amin.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pio. Sa school ko naman siguro one addition lang is dito sa mga desk and chairs, merong tennis balls, no, dun sa ilalim na kinabit para talaga pag binove yung desk and chairs, talagang walang makikreate na noise. And then siguro isa pang culture shock and surprising for me, kung makikita nyo rin sa picture, yung eraser, ang haba, di ba? Hindi katulad sa Pinas kasi eraser natin, napakaliit na rectangular eraser, di ba? Pero ito ang haba, no, isang hagod mo lang, ang dami mo na may erase sa board. So tuwang-tuwa ako nung nakita ko siya dito kasi sabi ko sa mga JT ko na wala kaming ganitong eraser sa Pinas. Maybe doon sa mga schools na pinuntahan ko. Pero siguro ngayon meron naman na. No? Pero yun na nga, when I first saw it, talagang, oh my God, it was so surprising for me. Ayan. So everyone, go ahead.
Kung may eraser.
Sorry.
Sa Pinas po, buti nga po kung may eraser, minsan po wala, ay basahang bilog.
Oo, yan.
Lalo na, kasi ano yan commodity yan.
Totoo.
Commodity yan, lalo na sa mga public school, pinaglalaroan ng mga bata minsan.
Correct. At minsan, teacher pa ang bumibili ng eraser, no, kapag nawala ng estudyante. So ayan po sa ating mga viewers, no, itong itsura ng classroom dito sa Japan, and just like what we've heard, no, from our friends here, na talagang very similar yung setup natin inside the classroom, at halos pare-pareho yung mga items, no, na present sa loob ng classroom. Ayan. Okay, so ngayon pupunta na tayo sa last item natin sa physical environment, which is eto na, which I think is very blessed, no, para sa ating lahat, ay meron tayong supplies room. Okay? So dito sa supplies room natin, nakikita niyo ba siya, guys?
No.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Okay. So sa supplies room natin, nandyan definitely yung mga photocopying machines, nandyan yung mga papel, at actually lahat ng mga supplies na kailangan ng isang teacher ay nandyan. Parang we're very blessed, no, to have this, no. So siguro ito quickly lang, no. Please tell me if you have this in your school, at siguro ano na lang yung ano yung sigurong supply dito na parang gamit na gamit ninyo. Ayan, talagang enjoy kayong gamitin. Siguro balik tayo agad sa iyo, Pio.
Yes, definitely yung photocopier pa rin. Ang ganda ng photocopier namin dito, Sensei. Like, it's not Xerox brand, I think Duplo. Ang bilis. Like 100 pages, gano'n lang siya. Bilis niya. So, nasasayahan ako sa photocopier namin. Yeah, so like we have a lot of photocopiers, and then supply room basically looks the same as ours also.
How about you, Mick? Ano naman ang item na talagang gamit na gamit mo sa iyong supplies room?
Ako po, same po with Sir Pio, yung photocopier. And same din po na experience, na amaze po ako kasi dug 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 dug. Ang bilis niya. Nakakatuwang gamitin po.
Oo. How about you, Sir Jason?
Well, for me, sa elementary school, chalk.
Yes.
The supply room looks the same and I use the chalk kasi lalo na yung mga writing prompts.
Mm-mm. Actually naman, if I may share quickly, ang gamit na gamit ko talaga ay yung laminating machine. No? Tuwang-tuwa ako mag-laminate. Kasi sa Pilipinas, konti lang yung laminating machine. Wala nga yata. Sa labas pa yata ako nagpapalaminate if I remember it correctly.
Yes po.
At saka siguro siguro sa senior high gumagamit din kayo nito. Kasi ano to yung magnet. Di ba kunyari nag-print ka ng picture and then you will laminate it, di ba? Lalagyan mo na siya ng magnet sa likod na adhesive yung magnet, no? Para talagang kakabit mo na lang siya diretso sa board. Hindi mo na kailangan ng separate magnet, no? So merong ganung supplies sa amin. So tuwang-tuwa ako na nagagamit ko siya. So ayan.
Hindi uso dito, Teacher Max.
Sa
Yung
inyo, ano yan?
laminating machine, I think for senior high, parang hindi uso. Wala akong nakita
Okay.
na nagla-laminate sa amin.
Wala rin po.
So pang mga junior high at elementary ang mga
Yes po,
laminating.
siguro.
Ayan. So ayan sa ating mga viewers, ito yung first 5 entries natin pagdating sa mga culture shock or surprising things that you will find out sa physical environment ng mga Japanese schools. Ayan. So nakakatuwa no na similar yung ating mga experiences. At hopefully, di ba, ang Philippines din ay maka-experience ng something like this no in the near future. Ayan. So thank you very much. And ngayon, let's proceed sa ating second culture shock, sa ating second category.